Alrighty, we're live here at Charlotte. Got it all set up, got everything rolling to be ready, and we're gonna send it. So tonight we're running Charlotte. Um, Charlotte tonight. So gonna be bigger track, bigger than Martinsville, obviously, but we're gonna do a mile and a half tonight. Let everybody kind of uh, go fast on a free track. We got 20, we'll say 21 cars. Greg said he might join me in the booth, depending on how it goes. But yeah, we're gonna do it. So let me jump back into the race, put everything back in it to roll. But as we see in the bottom right, top speed doesn't seem to be showing, or top speed seems to be the only thing showing. I'll have to go and look at the times. Times-wise, everything looks to be actually pretty close. Let's go here. I'm going to fix something with the settings so we can see the times. Widgets, lap counter, driver info. See if that works. There we go. Fastest lap. So Chad with a 14. 2:14. Then we got Nick with a 2:42. Quick lap by both of those guys. But there we go. I'll get that going. I'll set fastest lap and do all that. I'll have that up so we can kind of occasionally look at that. But as we're watching, gonna be recording as always on YouTube, but got the little ticker up, got everything rolling. So everybody's in their chats. We're all gonna be spread out and everything. But as we can see here, Chad on the pole for now. Nick P2, Mitchell P3. Charlie and Kill rounding out the top 5. Zach going to be putting her P6 on the board. Zach didn't have too much practice, so fast lap from him for not much qualifying. See Jeremy puts it P8 on the board. Looking at it pretty quick. Seeing a little ticker. But looks like everybody's setting down some pretty fast lap times with only throughout the top 14 within 2/10. So entire field seems to be really, really close. We'll go ahead and move this actually. Oh crap, that's wrong. Uh-oh. But we'll put this on the right side for now, and have the times on the board. As you can see, everybody. That's kind of weird. Let's not do that, maybe. I need to figure out what I want to do with all the stream and stuff like that. But Greg, I see you join me in the booth. You gonna join me for the entire race, or?
I do have a few other engagements, but I'll be here for a minute.
Alrighty. Sounds good to me. So.
Oh, come on, let me see.
Alrighty, good luck, everybody. I'm gonna race control it as much as I can with broadcasting and doing all that. But yeah, just good luck, have fun with it. I'll try to give you ULs and all that for cautions, but yeah, have fun with it.
All right,
Doug?
boys.
You joining me in the booth?
I am. So we got 3 of us up here.
All right, got
Wow.
got 3 of us up in the booth. I'm excited about this race now. All right,
We got the
and then
Fox Sports thing.
Doug, when caution or something, you go and do the chat, or you go and do race control. And you make the call.
All right.
So you leave, go into another chat, and do that. So do that. But all right, I'm gonna start for the video. I'm gonna start right now. So let's see. I'm gonna shut up and do it. So.
Who do we got on the pole?
All right, let's see. Here we go. 3, 2.
Chad.
Hold on, let me count it down. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, tonight we're here at Charlotte Motor Speedway with the WTF Racing one of the practice league race Wednesday night. So on the pole, we're going to have Chad once again. I think got the pole last night as well. He's going to be rolling off P number 1. Behind him, going to have Nick, Mitchell, Chad, and Kale rounding off the top 5. Then rest of the order, we're going to have Zach, Timothy, Jeremy, Johnny, Brandon, Clay, Max, Clayton, Joey, who is not graded yet, Austin, Chris, and then Christopher Cash, Brian Wasserman, Colin, and Mike going to round out the field. So up in the booth with me, I got 2 faces we're going to be hearing a lot in the booth, I think, this season, and Race Control, voice of Race Control. So Doug and Greg, they're up here in the booth with me. So it's going to be fun.
Here tonight. Glad to be.
Yep. This will be fun. This should be a good race. See what these boys got.
Yeah, we have a good track here. We have Charlotte Motor Speedway, so we should have a good race.
Nah.
Your wheel of misfortune?
Nah. We're good. Make sure that you guys are watching my stream so we see the same thing too. So we can comment on the same thing.
I got to do that.
Make sure you pull it up on your monitor.
Yeah, because I got the regular one up there.
Yeah.
Where's Cave at? Right here. Right there. I got you.
All right, cool.
Well, I got both of them up.
Cool. So, all right.
Cave back up.
As they're rolling down the back stretch, one last time before they go green. All in all, had a good practice. Times are really quick. Everybody's got some new paint schemes, a lot of new faces. 20 cars in this field tonight. So, yeah, we're going to have to be watching, try to comment on everybody, but going to have Nick and Chad lead them to the green. Let's check the info. 2 fresh pairs and 3 sets of tires. By the way, I forgot to mention that. So, everybody, good luck. But as they're coming through the corner, off at turn number 4, pace car is going to dip off. And here they go. Pace car dips off, heading into the restart zone. Chad and Nick going to lead them to the green. And it's underway here at Charlotte. Pretty even start right there. Everybody's going to have a good start. Nick going to be not to Chad's outside entering turn number 1, but everybody's going to file out. It's going to be 2 by 2 by 2 out back behind Chad. See, last night's race winner on the bottom, he's going to bail out, I think, and let most of the field go by. Johnny, he bailed out right there, but as we scroll back through the field, a lot of racing up front. Nick and Zach maybe making a little bit of contact right there. These two battling for P number 3.
Okay, but look like we have a pretty good start, you know. They kind of spread out a little bit, but, I mean, the truck seems to be moving.
Yes, sir. Everybody seems to be rolling good so far. Zach started a little bit further back. I think he started 6th. He's already up to 3rd. He didn't have much practice, and he's already up to 3rd, so he's going to have to be one of the guys to watch out for. But Chad, our pole slitter, leading. Mitchell, he's catching him already, trying to take that spot away. Chad with the fastest lap of the race. He's up with a 4:18. Next fastest is Mitchell with a 5. So looks like clean air is definitely helping everybody so far during this deal. But battle for the lead may start heating up.
Well, I think, too, you might have some people here that are just in a tire save mode to come in late here and make a run. So let's just watch some of these guys in the back, because we got some good guys in the back that I think have some speed and are just saving right now.
Right. Yeah, definitely got quite a few cars at the back that are going to be making up time. Joey was quick in practice. He's making some time up. He started closer to the back. Clayton and Charlie have dropped back. They're trying to save tires, but actually top of the board for fastest lap just went Timothy in that number 8 truck, that old Jimmy Spencer scheme. So he just went with a 3, I believe it was. Biggest mover of the race is Mike. Mike actually started dead last. He's up 7 spots already. So solid run for him so far. But looking through it, got a little bit of a pack coming off of turn number 4. That's around battle for 10th. Gonna be interesting. Max, I don't think even had a lap of practice. He joined in pretty late, so he's trying to figure out a way to get through the field. Clayton a little tight there. He's gonna get back in line. This battle's gonna kind of single file out, but as we go back to the front, still gonna be Chad out front. Got Mitchell right behind him and Zach. They're all starting to get a little bit closer. Battle for the lead might start heating up as we go down the front stretch. Mitchell on Chad's back bumper.
Definitely, yeah.
He's all over him.
But I'm kind of impressed with Zach. I mean, he's really moved up. You know, he moved up 3 spots, and I mean, he's right there in contention.
He's one of the biggest movers so far. Hasn't gained too many spots, but gaining a lot. He's we call him the 8-to-1 guy. Definitely got the weirdest steering ratio to run, and he's always been able to make it work. So he's gaining spots, always quick. He's looking a little bit further in the back. Kale having a solid run, P4. Not usually too good on these big tracks, but he's able to sit P4. And
it looks like he's just sitting, waiting, waiting to see if anything shakes out front, just trying to keep himself clean.
As you see Nick dropping back, Jeremy goes by Nick. So is Brandon. Brandon trying to find his way around around Nick. Nick dropping back a few spots from where he started. He started second, so he's already dropped back to 6th as they cross the line. Gonna have to watch where he goes the rest of the race. Obviously, Greg, the car owner of, or the truck owner of that truck. We go a little bit further in the back. Still a big group, big gaggle of cars back here. Still battling for that number 10 spot. Clayton and Charlie, some of the faster guys that we saw at the front from last night, they're trying to battle through here. And they're making it done. Ooh, you see Chris in the wall. Vincent, I believe that's how you say it. He's a little bit in the wall, but he's going to keep it going as you see Clayton trying to work the back bumper of Max. Ooh, Clayton in the wall down the back stretch. You see the smoke. Nice little thing iRacing added. You hit the wall, a little bit of smoke comes out, but this group's going to single file out as we go back up to the front. See Clay with that windshield banner. Clay and the OnlyFans, they, I could keep saying that. Clay likes that company. He has bought a lot of fans off of that one, so they sell a lot of the fans, and usually some of the shop vans that you see at kind of the NASCAR shops is usually the fans that they sell. So see Brandon still trying to figure out a way to get around Nick, though.
Sorry about that, bro. I wasn't sure which way you.
Kel dropping back to Jeremy. Jeremy caught the back bumper of Kel, but as we see out of the corner of my eye, there's a battle for the lead heating up. So Mitchell going to go underneath Chad down the back straightaway.
Let's see if Zach follows.
Zach may just be biding his time. Going to try to save his tires a little bit, let these two overheat their tires, and then try to cross over both of them down the back stretch if he gets the chance, or get a little bit of run on them when these two battling. But keep in mind, these two battling, or these 3 battling, are going to let this group out back behind them catch, but they're battling as well, so that's not going to really help any of them. But as we say that, Mitchell going to clear Chad down the back straightaway, and he's going to take the lead on lap 13.
Okay, we got a battle back here with Nick. The 07 and the 3. Nick's behind the 81, and they're pretty much battling. They've been going at it for the last few laps.
4-car group there battling for 4th, as you see Zach getting around Chad. Chad maybe overdrove his stuff a little bit, so he's dropping back a few spots. But as we see him roll down the backstretch, Jeremy still in P4. Nick trying to pressure him. As I said, Nick dropped back a little bit at the start of this race, and he was able to save his tires maybe a little bit, and he's coming back through the field now. But let's talk about a little bit about Chad in that pretty blue paint scheme. Usually not known for his tire saving strategies, and maybe he pushed a little bit hard in these first 10 or so laps and kind of burn off the right front. He's dropping back from Zach and Mitchell, who are past him and pulling away. So gonna have to be watching him, see where he runs. If it's a green-white checkered, Chad's most of the time the guy to pick, but if you go a long run, definitely a struggle for him.
Yeah, definitely the mile and a halfs seem to be his definite nemesis there. So let's see what he does, and I'm wondering if anybody's going to try to two-stage a set of tires in this race.
That would be an interesting strategy call to try to hear. They're going to have to be, I like to call that one the Doug strategy. Doug, you end up doing that a lot in some of these races, so it'll be interesting to see if anybody does do it. But see battle for third heating up. Nick going to have a run on Jeremy and Chad. Going to go for a 2-for-1 here. Nick in that new paint scheme.
Just want to show up a little bit tonight. Tell them about the race season. They want to see me.
So, Greg, are we this season? Do you think we might get Bob in the booth a race or two?
Oh well, he's going to make the appearance, DK. He's going to show up a little bit.
That'll be great. We haven't heard much from Bob in a while, so I hope he's doing well. I'm sure
Yeah,
he's busy with the holidays and everything.
Oh yeah. He's been just enjoying his family, taking his time a little bit away from the track. Still watching stuff, but he's around.
All right, well, that's good. Send Bob our best.
Oh, most definitely.
As we're talking about Bob, an old announcer, we haven't heard from, as Doug said, in a while, but Greg, your truck moves up to P number 3. Nick in that newly sponsored Everett Enterprises truck with that nice dark purple and kind of spicy purple, I'd call it, I guess. I really do like that paint scheme. Definitely looks good. Greg Everett Enterprises running P3 at the moment. So Nick, that's I'm assuming going to be his primary paint scheme for the races this season. But
Yeah, and we'd like to definitely thank Everett Enterprises. They are sponsoring some of our upcoming season races. And if anybody wants in on sponsorship, you can contact us for details.
yes, you can. But as we see now, Jeremy jumping to the back bumper of Nick, trying to fight for him for that P3 spot. But we're going to look a little bit further through the field now. Kale dropped back, Chad dropped back. Two of the guys that struggle with saving tires on these big tracks, they're both dropping back. 6th and 7th now, but as we get back a little bit further through the field, see Clay catching this battle. Still on the move. Max, Clay, and Clayton, they're all three still battling. Having probably the funnest battle in the race, I'd say. Not much to race for. Don't got to lead every lap or nothing like that, so these guys are having fun throughout the kind of mid-pack, I'd say. Still battling for that P10 spot. See Clayton a little tight there. Gonna have to give it up, but Brian is actually our biggest mover out back behind them. Brian up 8 spots already in that 50 truck. Cool to see Brian every time he jumps into one of these races. It's not often he jumps in here, but when he does, he's always quick and interesting. Fun guy to talk to. This battle, kind of the only battle going on track right now, so I'm going to just stick with them. We see Brian
first and second have a little separation there now, then a little bit bigger separation back to third. And
see it on the mini
same
map.
back to fourth.
Yeah. So
And,
nothing really happened so far.
So everyone's riding right now. We're going to have about 6 laps to the stage. So probably everyone's just riding it out to the stage, and then we'll see what kind of strategy people are going to go with. If they're going to,
Yeah, definitely gonna have to watch that. Clayton off at turn 4, ended up getting in the right rear of Charlie just a little bit. Charlie moving up the track, so no harm, no foul. I don't think anybody got damage from that, but could maybe be a little bit of damage for Clayton as we're coming up on the break. Lap 23, stage at 25. So we're gonna go back up to leaders and kind of watch that. Still Mitchell out front. Zach trying to pressure him, get around him, and they're maybe a little bit of battle for lead, but these guys, Mitchell, a newer guy to join the league. Zach, one of the been in the league for a while, so more experienced guys. But coming off of turn number 4, Mitchell is going to win stage number 1. So Mitchell ends up getting the stage win. Let's go ahead and drag him. And let's go and drag him into the broadcast booth. Mitchell ends up getting the P1 or stage 1 win. Congratulations. Started a little bit deeper in the field than most of the guys that are up front with you. Or started third. Gained a few spots. What do you think it's going to take to finish off this deal and be there at the end?
Take care of your tires. That's about it.
Yes, sir. Definitely a tire-saving kind of track and try to kind of race. Kale, Chad, they started up front and they kind of dropped back pretty far. And you seem to be the only one that kind of started up at the front and stayed up front. Tell us a little bit about that and how you did that.
Oh, actually, I was just saving my tires, and once I had the opportunity to pass the leader, then out front, man, is key. So
we've been talking about that clean air.
Yeah.
But I guess I can ask you one more thing. I saw that you stayed out on there, right there. A lot of cars pitted. You stayed out. Everybody else came to pit road. Just trying to save that extra set of tires for the last stage, I'm assuming?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Smart move. Call that one to Doug Strat. Doug ends up doing that a lot, so cool to see someone else doing it. So congratulations on the stage 1 win.
Thank you, buddy.
See you here. Interview you at the end.
I'm going to try.
All right, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Mitchell, one of the newer guys, but clearly quick, one of the higher rated guys. He stays out, and Nick going to get his, going to try to save, I'm assuming, fuel, but Mitchell, a 3.1K I-rated guy. Zach, 3.2. Jeremy, 2.7. So 2.7K I-rated guy. So they're all, most of the top 3. Zach obviously won the race off pit road. So did Kale, I believe, came out behind him. Maybe Nick did. Not for sure. They're kind of all mixing it up. But Greg, so far,
Sure.
Pretty good racing going on so far.
Yeah, it's been quite eventful. Hasn't been disastrous, but I mean, there's been some good hard racing, and that's what we would like to see. You know.
Yes, sir. See, Chad, he's starting pretty far deep in this field. Was up front, qualified on the pole, and he's not had the best of first stages, to say the least. He's down 8 spots. He's got minus 8 spots, and a guy further back, Timothy, in the 8. He's minus 10 spots, so from where they started. But Chad struggling on these on that last set of tires, I guess, and he dropped back pretty far. He's gonna have to fight his way through the field to get back up there. Maybe he's gonna try to save tires and test something in dirty air. But you heard Mitchell talk about how key it is to just be up front and stay in clean air. So, which Charlotte, one of the tighter mile and a halves. I call it one of the short mile and a halves. Still a mile and a half in length, but it's a little bit thinner, a little bit tighter. So it's definitely a track where it's a big track, fast track, but it kind of drives like a short track. So you got to save tires a little bit more than, say, a bigger track like Kansas or Chicagoland. So easier to get stuck in dirty air and drop back. But see a few people working that outside line. I don't remember a lot of these races, especially in trucks, being able to work that outside line, and everybody seems to be able to. So
Pretty good. Cave, I was watching something before we went to the stage. You know, there's been a little beef between that 13 and that 7. But they went, I watched probably 4 or 5 laps, and it was all just good, clean racing, you know? But you know, there was a little tension between those guys, you know?
yeah,
We know Charlie's usually up there in the front. Clayton, he's always, in the hunt, you know.
Yes, sir.
But did you notice anything like that?
No, they've been racing actually really good. Probably one of the funnest battles on track to watch, and they're
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming having the most fun in the field as they're kind of working their way through the field together. I know Race Control kind of talked to them after Martinsville or USA earlier this week, so Clayton and Charlie having fun battling right there. Cool to watch them, but last night's winner, Johnny, he's going to be starting a little bit further in the back. Chris, he's a little bit deeper, but as they come to the restart zone now, they're double file. Going to have Mitchell and Jeremy leading them to the green on this restart. Pace car pulls off. And here we go into the restart zone now. Mitchell and Jeremy in the restart zone, and they're underway. Mitchell with not a great restart. Zach, second
Like
phase.
got a little loose too.
Yeah.
On that one, I spun the tires.
I know the front row, those two stayed out on tires, so they're going to have to be careful. See Jeremy, he's just going to let everybody by. He's just trying to let them all go. So, but Clayton, a little bit of a bump draft right there down the back stretch.
Yeah, Brian stayed on his tires too. So, and these guys are safe as long as they don't go more than one lap down.
Yeah, I know. I saw that you went in there, and Mitchell staying out on tires. Everybody else pitted, and he's doing all right on that bottom lane, but Zach going to clear him off at turn number 2.
Oh, seems he's doing it. He's doing it.
A little bit deeper in the field. No, you were talking to Brian during there. I know that you're kind of the pit road reporter, so you talked to his team. Brian ended up staying out on tires there, or pitted, but stayed on his tires.
Yeah, they're trying to, see if saving a set maybe for a late race caution might pay off for him. Looks like he's hanging in there pretty decently.
That's the same thing that Mitchell said in his interview, him trying to save that set of tires. So two of the guys that stayed on tires there, stuck there, or they're dropping back pretty far. Mitchell still doing pretty good up at the front. He's trying to fight his way. Nick goes by to P2. That Everett Enterprises car.
Yeah, the Everett Enterprises
Purple machine.
Yeah, the Everett Enterprises F-150 is running really good. I'm not sure. Did you see whether or not did they take tires under a pit stop?
Yes, I believe they all did. Ooh, a little bit of contact in the back right there. Chris underneath Charlie, and they make contact.
Everybody looks like everyone gathered it up, and no harm, no foul. So got Chad running that high line.
They all group back up though, and they're still racing. So a little bit of contact between Chris and Charlie. Maybe Charlie didn't take tires because he's getting blown away, but maybe most of the field didn't take tires. I'm not sure because Chris was at the back and he's making moves. He's up to P3. He was at the back at the end of the first stage, and he's already up to P3 on this restart. So is Joey. Joey was struggling a little bit at Martinsville, but he's in P4 now. Battling it. He's going to take the spot. The battle for the lead going to heat up again between Zach, Nick, and Chris. Going to go in V formation down the backstretch. Almost going to go 3 wide. Nick trying to make it 3 wide.
Yep, Nick slung it down there to the bottom.
But not going to be able to work. Chris going to be able to take the lead on lap number 34. And battle for second going to heat up once again between these two. They were side by side through 3 and 4. And nothing's going to change on the backstretch. Nick finally able to clear Zach. Joey up in the mix now. Joey just able to pretty much clear in one corner.
Yeah, he's going from 4th to 2nd in one corner there. So I'm taking it he's on fresh tires.
Yes, sir. Looks like it. Maybe Zach and Nick both doing the smart strategy. Just kind of backing off, letting them maybe burn off them tires. They may learn from Chad in that first stage after seeing him go out front, lead this field, and lead it for 10 laps, and then they ended up coming back to him. So maybe these two just backing off and trying to save tires. But as we go back in the field a little bit more, Kale and Chad making their way back up to the field. See Kale clear on Clayton there. Clayton gonna help. I know Kel and Clayton are friends, so they're gonna be friends. Ooh, a little bit of contact down the back stretch. I think that's Brian in the wall. No yellow. We stay green, but interesting to see Mitchell actually. Oh, contact off of turn 4 too. Timothy is in the wall. See Mitchell pitting, though. Maybe fuel. Maybe they're not able to make it on fuel, whoever stayed out. So we'll see who else stayed out. They may have to drop back, go into fuel too. Brandon looking to the inside of Charlie. Charlie going to go to the inside of Max. Not going to be a good run for either one of them. Brandon gets in the back of Charlie just a little bit. Nice save by Charlie. Mike have to avoid it. He went in the fence just a tiny bit. But yellow is out. Lap 38. Don't know where. Looks like off of turn 4. May have been Jeremy. It was, the 69 of Christopher Cash. He gets in. Has to check up for Johnny, last night's race winner. And
Other truck just takes him, doesn't it?
yeah, it looks like the 20 gets in the back of him. Colin gets in the back of him.
He gets on the left corner. He got him on the left corner. He's going out.
Colin got a good run through the corner, and was really good corner for Colin. Actually, just not a great corner for the 69 of Christopher Cash, and he had to check up, and Colin just wasn't anticipating it, and he gets into him. And they make contact, and Chris ends up going around. So the first yellow of the night, not stage, but first incident of the night, ends up being the 69 of the 20 making contact, and the 69 goes around. But everybody's racing good. Everybody seems to be having a good night. So been fun to watch from up here, but you still got Chris leading in that black and yellow 21 truck. I like that paint scheme, black and yellow. You see Nick faking coming down pit road, so is Clay. See,
but like you said, Cave, overall it's been a real good race. Very competitive, very clean, you know? And that's what, we like to see in WTF because, hey, that's what guys want to do. They want to race,
Definitely a fun league to race in. Did my fair share of racing in it. Got a few championships and wins during it, so cool to see. But you see a few cars come down pit road. Got Austin in pit road, Jeremy in pit road. He's probably going to take fuel. I'm assuming that's what Mitchell pitted for earlier under green. So he's lucky that a yellow came out. He's able to take 4 in fuel. Johnny, he's going to take tires, and so is Brandon. I believe they all took tires, but they all pitted this lap. So they're all going to be at the back, but few on tires, maybe not. Who do you want to do an interview? Who do you think we should do an interview with?
Probably Nick. I'm not partial, but probably Nick.
Yeah. Joey and Chris are having a good run tonight. We could let's see what.
Well, yeah, I mean we could get either one of them, but we still need to get Nick.
Joey and Chris, I would interview you guys, but you guys aren't in Discord, or in one of the channels, so I can't drag you guys, or else I would. But so yeah.
I mean, I can flip over real quick if you need me to.
Talking to the 21 and 4. Got 3 Chris's in this race. Christopher Cash. I don't know, Chris Pilo, I don't know if he's in this race, but Chris Vincent up front. I believe that's how you say his name. I'm not trying to butcher it. But they're going to be on the pole for this restart. 2 on tires, I'm assuming. At least 2 took tires. And stage 50 is going to be a yellow. Let's see. Look at this field.
So 1 and 2 took tires, Kate?
Yes, they did. On the pole 1 tire. So let's go ahead and interview Zach here. Talk about his strategy with the 8-1. Zach, ended up dragging you into the booth here. You rolling off P4 here. on this restart. First yell of the race. Kind of talk about your strategy so far and why you run 8 to 1.
Well, I run 8 to 1 because to me it's more natural because it feels like most road cars end up feeling in terms of steering input. So I find it comfortable to not do that much turning in the corner and just have very quiet hands, as opposed to if I run higher steering ratio, I feel like I end up sawing at the wheel a lot and doing more damage to my tires than if I just keep my hands nice and quiet and run 8 to 1. But yeah, I didn't get any practice. I got about 5 laps, so I ran hard in the first stage, kind of looking to see if I played the track position game, if it would benefit me tires-wise, and looks like it didn't benefit me all that much, but I'm not too worried about it. Not taking tires at the end of the stage has kind of put me back on level playing field. Might lose a little bit of track position here now that everyone's grouped back together, and I've run fairly hard on this set of tires, but we'll see how it goes.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be an 8-lap run to the finish for the end of the stage. So good luck. Hopefully, interviewing you for the stage win.
All right, thanks.
Zach, one of the funner guys to talk to. Always have fun talking to him. More respectful guys too. Him and Chad, probably two most respectful and fun guys to talk to. Always fun to interview,
Doesn't
but
show up that much though. When he
Yes.
does, it's he gives you a good race.
Zach is
Yeah.
always one of the quickest guys in the field week in, week out. So, especially road courses, you put him on a road course, he's definitely going to be having a big chance to win it. So, leading them back to the green going to be Chris Vizen. I think that's how you say it. I'm going to have to ask him after they were saying. But Joey Greer, they're going to lead them to the green as we see pace car dip off for this 8-lap shootout for stage 2 win. Here we go. Slowly rolling into the restart zone they go. Chris takes off. Joey, not a great restart. Little wobble from Joey. Big wobble from Joey. He's going to lose spots. They're going to be 3 wide in the middle.
Jumps way out.
Wow. Yeah, Joey gets spinning tires, and that costed Zach the most. Zach ended up losing a bunch of spots from that. Joey spun the tires on that outside line, and Zach ends up having to check up for it. He almost gets put to the wall, so he'll have to drop back. And Zach going to be really far back. You see the two 7s battling, 07 and 7. They're going to have Charlie clear on the outside, but Zach going to lose a bunch of spots with his buddy in Clay. Well, these two like playing Call of Duty together, so kind of it could be their team deal. They like playing Call of Duty late, so they're racing now as Charlie moves up to that spot. Kale way down low on the backstretch for some reason, but as we move up to the front, Nick starting to catch the back of Joey and Chris. So, assuming Greg, that makes you have a smile on your face.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Every Enterprise F-150 is really it's hanging in there tonight.
Yes, sir. Two leading the field are the two biggest movers of the race, as you'll see in the bottom left, right about. Nope, that was the times. They're moving up, I think, 10 spots on 10 to 12 spots, I think. They both started at the back, so these two are up front and doing good. So these two are going to have to battle it out for the stage win. Got 4 to go for the stage. Right there you see Chris up 15 spots, Joey up 12, Mike up 10. Kale, the biggest loser, at 10 spots lost. What happened to him? He dropped back far. Kale dropped back really far. Don't know what happened to him. Let's go back and look.
Clayton's made a nice move to the front. He's up in 4th right now.
Yeah.
You got Charlie up there working on him a little bit.
Kale gets the wall hard, and that cost him big time. He just drags the right side all the way down the front stretch, and he drops back. Loses probably 10 spots on that, so that's a big loss for him as we're coming through, though. Down the back stretch. Clayton and Charlie battling for that P4 spot. As we see contact on the back stretch, Clay's in the wall. Timothy's coming back up the track. That's big. Contact. Jeremy's up and over. Gets put in the fence. And it's on from there, and they're still wrecking. That's a yellow.
Right.
That's definitely going to be the stage, I believe.
Yeah, we're going to call
Okay.
that stage there.
Yeah.
75. That's all right. We're in
That's
third position.
Yeah, that's
that
going to be
stage.
stage.
All right. Here, I'll drag you. They're going to go race control that, but as we look down the backstretch, Clay ends up getting the wall just a little bit, kind of gets forced up there. Max goes underneath him. Brian tries to go 3 wide, and then that ends up being, let's see, let's go to a little bit better cam. See, Timothy then tries to go low to avoid him. He gets turned, barely keeps it off the inside wall, and as he comes back up the track, nothing that Jeremy could have done. He put in the wall, and he goes up and over. And as we see with Mike and the 20, Mike nowhere to go, ends up getting the side of Timothy. Fastest lap of the race with Timothy. That's not going to help him much right now. And then last night's race winner, Johnny, he ends up getting turned, and they make contact hard on the wall. And then, Austin, nowhere that he could do. Chris in that 69, nowhere for him to go. Mitchell, our stage 1 winner, ends up, I believe, making it through, but a lot of cars are getting wrecked out of that deal. They're all going to get fast pairs and wade around and all that, but as we see the field coming down pit road for the stage, going to go and watch the race off of pit road. Let's try to find that camera. We watch the race off pit road. Here we go. So as they come down pit road, a few cars into the box. Chad in that number 1 pit stall after he got the pole. Nick was second. So them two are going to have front pit stalls. A lot of cars pitting and staying out. But Chris going to win the race off of pit road. He's going to inherit the lead once again. Chad P3, Brandon P4, Charlie, Nick, Colin, Zach, Clayton, Joey, Mike, Max, Clay, Jeremy, Timothy, Johnny, Austin, and Christopher. That's going to be the running order, or the race off pit road. That's what ended up happening. So, shocked I got everybody's name right there with all the new guys and all that. So, glad I ended up getting all that figured out, or doing that. So, stage 2 winner is Chris Vision. So, not going to be able to interview him. He's not in Discord. So, going to have to message him, try to get him in Discord to be able to
What was that, JK?
at him. But be able to interview him soon. But he's going to win stage number 2, so congratulations, Chris. He gets it done. Brian, he ends up coming off pit road on the same lap. Don't know if he took 2, but he is in P2 on this restart, going to be P2. So, interview him. Brian, got you up here in the booth. Going to be rolling off P2 for this final 50-lap stage. What do you think it's going to take to stay up at the front and then be at the front at the end of this deal?
Try not to abuse the tires, I think. You got to take care of them, otherwise you're not going to have much left.
Yes, sir. Definitely going to be tire saving thing. How much are you going to value clean air compared to kind of backing off and just riding when we get kind of a few laps into this deal?
I don't plan on backing off much. I'll settle into a comfortable spot, but I'm not going to back off much.
I like
Stay up here
it.
This top 3 to 5, somewhere in there.
I like it. Well, hopefully see you here at the end, give you an interview at the end. You are the biggest mover at the race. Hard Charger up 18 spots. So good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Brian, and let's go ahead and interview Chad. Chad, always fun to get him to do an interview, talk about his... Alrighty, going to do a quick one with Chad here. Chad, got you up in the booth. Going to be rolling off P3 for this restart. Ended up dropping back at the first stage. Was that just kind of strategy, or was that just tires kind of going away?
Yeah, I burnt my tires up, so I had to try to save. I need to try to save a little bit more, so I try to save after that first stage. I'm pretty good right now, so got another set in there, so we'll be all right.
Charlie, knock it off. Yeah, you're going to be rolling off P3 on this restart. How much are you going to change to try to stay up at the front and end up finishing up the front?
I'm gonna try to ride or ride that with these guys, but not burn tires up too bad. So just enough to get to that green flag pit stop at their corner.
Yes, sir. Alrighty. Well, good luck the rest of the way, and see you then.
Appreciate it.
Got him back into the chat. So as they're going to be rolling off of turn number 4, pace car is going to dip down this time, and they're going to be leading to the green. It's going to be Chris on that outside line. Brian's going to be on the bottom, so Chris picking that outside line. First time we've seen that. But Chris, with a good restart, he's definitely going to be clear by a mile. Brian right behind him. Brandon in this top 3 spot. He's up at the front now. See Nick trying to go underneath Brandon. He's going to take the spot away more than likely. Heard Brandon in interview. Brian. He said that he's going to try to stay up at the front. And Chad gets turned down the backstretch. Charlie ends up getting his rear bumper. That's going to be big. Zach gets involved in it. Zach sliding. Austin avoids. Austin going to come up the track, and he makes contact with Mike. And yellow is out. Once again, trouble down the backstretch at the start of the stage. And it cost people big. Let's see what happened there. We're going to go with Chad as we watch his right rear. Let's try to get in a better spot. Chad, just an aggressive move from Charlie. He tries to go in the middle where just isn't a hole. And they make contact. Going to be interested to see what race control calls of that. Well,
JK.
he ends up being involved in it. Greg, I'll drag you in his chat, so just go in his chat if you have to ask him something.
I thought JK.
So, they make contact, and it spins Chad. He ends up, big hit. He ends up hitting that wall. Oh, yeah, he ends up hitting that wall, and it comes up and clips Zach. That spins him. I think everybody else, though, ends up avoiding it other than Austin, who has to go on the grass to avoid it, and he comes on the track and gets in the side of Mike, but Mike saves it. Austin just spins. But they all make it out, and unfortunate for Zach and Chad, 2 of the front runners at the start of this race and kind of middle parts of it. They end up making contact, and that's going to be big. So you see a few cars come down pit road. Chad stays out, but Charlie pits that time. He's going to win the race off of pit road, I believe. And then Brandon out back behind him. Mitchell gets in his pit stall. Mike rounding off for top 3, race off pit road. Johnny right there. But aggressive moves early is, not early, but at the start of the stage is going to be the story at the end of this deal that we're going to talk about. See if Chad's able to come back from that. Ends up getting turned by Charlie down the backstretch. Kind of going 3 wide. Going to talk to race control now and kind of see what happened there. All right, we'll have to see what the call was. I believe that was more than likely knee oil for Charlie. Ends up causing that one, so he's going to have to be at the back and let everybody else by. So he's going to have to come through the field and make the moves to come back through it. But as he's just going to come down pit road. He's maybe going to take more damage, optional damage, and be able to try to conserve it. But he's going to have to come down pit road once again. As we're watching, but a few cars, everybody else stays out. See Zach a little deeper in this field now than what he probably would like. Interviewed Chad, said he was going to change up a little bit how he drove, try to save them tires. And he's going to have to change up drastically how he's going to have to drive to keep them tires on it. But he's going to be rolling off P15 on this restart, so it's going to be a big deal. Yeah, definitely going to be interesting now. See what they're saying in chat. Doesn't seem like anything. We got to go ahead and do an interview with Clayton. Clayton, got you up here in the booth with me now. You're having a solid run, P4. You're going to be P4 on this restart. Having a solid run. Been kind of in that top 5 area most of the race, or trying to work your way to it. Now you're in it. What do you think you're going to have to do to try to stay up here and win this deal?
These two on the front row here, they didn't take no tires, so it'd be an easy get out the way. But Nick here, he's gonna be tough. You know, I got some good people behind me too as well, and I'm only up here 'cause of the wreck. That's it. Should be back about 9th or something, but it is what it is. I'll take it, and we're gonna go give her hell.
Hey, any way you can get up to the front is a good way. So good luck the rest of the way. I know you got your teammates kind of around you. You got your teammate Nick. He's kind of next to you, or one of your friends. So maybe try working with him to get to the front. What do you think?
We'll see. I mean, he's bad fast, so I'll do anything I can. We'll see what happens.
Alrighty. Well, good luck the rest of the race. Hopefully see you here at the end.
Yes, sir.
Clayton, he's talking. Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
What was the call from race control there on what happened?
It was kind of a racing deal, but Chad did actually come up. Charlie was dead on the line, and Chad just came up just a little bit and caused that one.
Alrighty, well.
Me and Greg looked at it both, and it wasn't much. They were pretty tight, and just a little bit sometimes is all it takes. So.
Yes, sir. Well, that is unfortunate for Chad. Talked to him right at the end of the stage or during the stage, and that's going to be big for him. He's going to have to try to work his way through the field. But as we come back, closing in on the restart, Chris and Brian. Chris picks that outside line once again. Brian to his inside. And they're going to be rolling off. So Chris and Brian into the restart zone they go. Big checkup on the start. Everybody in the bottom lane ends up getting contact. Go back after a second, but Nick's going to go underneath Brian. They're going to be 3 wide for second, heading into turn number 1. Go back and look at that after, but Nick's going to pick P number 2. Let's go back and look at that. Big stack up. Just looked like everybody tried to anticipate it. Looked like it started kind of with the 20, then the 19, thought the 20 took off, and then just kind of an accordion effect. So nothing that anybody really out back did, but they're battling for the lead now up at the front. Nick and Chris going to be side by side.
Nick's going to go for it here. Let's see how this strategy pays off, running it this hard at the beginning of the stage here. See how that plays out towards the end.
Yes, sir. They're going to be 3 wide down the back straightaway. Nick's just going to back out. He's going to be smart, try to bail out of it, maybe try to save his tires. Obviously, still lap 58, so no real urgency right now at the moment. But these 4 guys, Chris, Brian, Clayton, and Joey, going to be battling hard for the lead.
They got a 2x2 race going.
Yeah, solid race all in all. This track looks to be really racy, so excited when we go here in the league. Real first league race. But they're all spicing up now as Chris is going to have the nose on Brian heading into turn number 3. Clayton trying to work that outside. Brian on that bottom, Joey out back behind them. Clayton around that outside. He's going to have a run down the straightaway. He's going to lead that lap. A lot of lead changes and a lot of different lap leaders during this race already. Or barely halfway through it, so gonna be fun to watch how the rest of this deal lines up. But Clayton to the point on lap 60.
Yeah, Clayton running that catch these hands truck.
He said in his
Doing a good
interview,
job.
only up there from the wreck, but doesn't look like it. He's taking away and he's going. So in that nice little Fanatec WTF Racing KFM truck. But he's to the point. So Brian up to P2. Chris back to 3rd, Joey to 4th, and battle for 5th between Max and Zach. Zach's going to take that spot as we go a little bit further back. See Austin making his moves after he came back up the track after trying to avoid the wreck and got into Mike. But he's making moves back to the field. Got Clay out back behind him. The 20 a little bit slow in the middle track.
Going on up front.
Big wreck up front. Brian and Joey are in the wall. That's going to be the yellow. All right, going to have to go back and see what happened on that.
Evidently, I had damage off on this. I forgot to change it. So
Looks like
that's how.
Chris and Brian just make a little bit of contact. They get into it, and as you hear Doug say, damage is fixed, or it's kind of auto healing. So no worry on that. That's maybe why I saw it was fixing earlier in the race, but that's going to cost Joey and Brian. Those two ended up wrecking, and I think everybody else made it through. I think Brian, Brandon, takes the off-road approach, and he just goes off in the grass. He doesn't want any part of it. As we watch, you see up in front of him, he just hooks on hard left, and he tries to make the final chicane on the road course. Little jump in the infield, but ends up making through. So good move on his part. But
Let's see what happened here. It's like the floor's up high here.
as race control is going to figure it out and kind of decide, see kind of what happened a little bit further in the back. Got a few cars, one of the three fastest cars in the field, actually kind of at the back, as you see going on board with Mitchell right in front of him. See Chad Mitchell ain't really able to see nothing till now. Barely gets away with. I think they made contact right there. I'm not sure. Yeah, a little bit of damage, but that's all right. A little bit of a clip. Just everybody trying to avoid that wreck, and they made contact. But everybody's all right. Gonna get a few spots back. Damage, obviously healing, as Doug said. So, not too big of a problem for everybody. But let's go back and see who wins the race off pit road for who the guys pitted. It is gonna be Clay. Clay wins it. So, yeah, Clay ends up winning it off pit road. Quite a few cars stayed out, though, up to the 17 or the 44 of Mike. He ends up staying out, and then guys behind him, Clay. So I think everybody's going to take their tires that time, or did. Obviously, wreck ended up happening there. So going to bunch up the field once again and lead. Going to be different people there. Go interview Brandon now. Talk about his. Brandon ended up taking a unique way to avoid a wreck. Just said, heck to it, I'm going to take the road course and go through the grass. What did you think when you saw him wrecking off at turn 4, and how'd you get through it?
That was the only route that I've seen that I could take without getting excessive damage. But I went, got a little airborne, it seemed like.
Yeah, you've been running kind of within that top 5 to top 10 window most of the race. Now you're in the top 6. Going to be restarting 6 on this restart. What do you think it's going to take to get more spots and finish up here?
If it stays green, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to be competitive, because I got the same set of tires since lap 25. I got one more set in the pits though, so I'm kind of waiting for about 20 to go for those.
I like it.
Hopefully it works out that way.
A little bit of strategy call, I see, but hopefully ends up working out for you. So good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate you, Kate.
Brandon, one of the newer guys, media guy, one guy that we got for the media stuff. So he's been kind of helping a lot of people. So cool to see. You got Austin up to the front. Let's do it. He'll like this interview. Austin, got you up in the booth now. You're going to be restarting 7th on this restart. Been kind of riding at the back most of the race, it seems like, but now you're up the front. What are you going to change, or what are you going to do to try to stay up there?
I'm hoping to kind of keep hitting my marks. I'm following a little bit of a rhythm here. Gotten to where I can kind of drive through 3 and 4 and get a nice run. Been conserving tires. I ran 50 laps in practice. At the end of 50 laps, it was like 68%. And this like 40 lap race or stint, it was about 78. So saving tires, hoping that I don't run out of talent here, and I'm just happy to be up here, and I'm just going to hold on to this track position as best as I can.
Yes, sir. Sounds like a plan, obviously. Focused on long run and practice, so hopefully it works out for you.
Yes, sir. Hopefully we can put the pieces together, and at least it's a big field. I'd be happy with like a top 10. So.
Yes, sir. 20 cars, big field, big chances to gain a bunch of spots. So good luck the rest of the way.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having me.
Austin, one of the cooler guys to talk to. He's always fun in that butt circular car. Maybe he's with Charlie. For the ones that know. But yeah, he's going to be restarting on that bottom lane in P number 5. But Clayton picks the outside line. Been looking how well it's worked out for everybody else in the field, and he's going to do the same thing as them from what it looks like. So they're going to be restarting on this outside, and or he's going to be on this outside here, heading to the restart with Zach. They're both in chat together. So is Nick. So those three, maybe going to try to count it down, count it with a good restart. But yeah, as they come on the front straightaway off turn number 4, pace car pulls off into the restart zone. They go. Hopefully no stack up once again. Clean restart for everybody, it looks like. Clayton with a good jump. He's going to be clear on Zach. And underway they are, heading into turn number 1. A lot of spots being, chance to be gained. 69, a little bit of a stack up in the back between everybody. Big pack. 69 really slow on the bottom. Everybody's going to have to go around him in the 4, and Mike are going to make contact down the back stretch, and they're going to wreck. That's going to be a yellow. Once again, Mike gets turned. Mike, one of the older guys in the field. He ends up getting in it. Let's go back and kind of see what happened here. Just a big stack up. He's trying to stay off the 69 truck. And you see Joey goes underneath him and then comes up into him. So Joey, a little bit of a swerve, ends up wrecking Mike, and it costs them dearly. So Mike ends up getting turned. Luckily, no damage for this race. Little mistake by Doug when he put it up. But, yeah, he ends up getting turned by Joey. So they're going to re-rack him and start him up again. Let's go and just kind of look around the field real quick. Put her in blimp view and take a break for a minute. We're back. Had to take a little bit of a break, but you see Zach, he pitted. So did Clayton and Nick. So those three, and Chad. So that entire chat ended up pitting. And they're going to take tires now on lap 67. So, on lap 67, they pitted. Maybe that's a do it for Doug moment. They tribute that lap to Doug. But let's go ahead and interview Nick now. No, I haven't interviewed him all race, so got Nick now up in the booth. I saw you and I guess you can call it Chad's team. I know that 4-car group of Zach, Clayton, you, and Chad. You guys ended up pitting. Everett Motorsports, all right. Maybe not official, but I know that you are definitely the driver for them. So kind of run with that team so far and having a solid race. I saw you guys kind of made that strategy call to pit on lap 67. So
yeah,
good moment there for everybody. But what do you think it's going to be? How many more yellows do you think that they're going to be, and how are you going to get to the front of the field?
I don't know. I'm gonna push hard, trying to direct. There's a lot of people that are back here for a reason, and I'm not trying to stay back here for much longer. So I'm gonna try and push to the front and just see how this goes. Hopefully we can get it done for Everett Enterprise Racing. We'll see how this goes.
Alrighty, I like it. Good luck the rest of the way, young man.
Thank you.
Nick, the youngest competitor in this field, only 14 years old, and having fight his way through the field. One of the youngest in the field, one of the fastest in the field. He's got his Chad behind him and Clayton. So a few of the leaders of the race. So is Zach. So 4 leaders of the race at one point are going to be starting pretty deep in the field. 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. So They're going to be deep in this field. You see Joey at the back. Mitchell, one of the race leaders at the start, just hasn't been able to fight his way back out through the field. They took tires this time. So did Johnny. So those two are teammates, and they're going to be going through the field. And, you know, that they're both quick. So Johnny ended up winning it from last night. Mitchell led quite a few laps early in this race, but Timothy, he's up at the front. Ended up still with the fastest lap with that 3. He's going to be restarting 4th now. Austin in P2. Max out to the lead. So Max is going to lead it. Austin to his outside. Brandon, Timothy, Clay. Some of the guys, top 5. Guys that haven't been up front all night. They're finally making their way through the field. And they're going to be starting at the front now. So going to be interesting to see how these guys race it from now on. Max, one of the quicker guys in the field. He's 2K I-rated guy. But Jeremy going to be starting on the outside in 6th. He's going to be 2.7K I-rated. So a lot of experience between those two. Max, a younger guy. I think he's only 15. I think he's 15. So he's going to be leading them to the green. Let's see, pace car lights are on. And everybody's still running it. Everybody's still in the race. I think the only one that has left was Kale. He had problems early, so I believe he heard dinner was done and took off. So I guess IRL reasons. He's got his reasons, but we're coming back to the green. So Mac's going to slow him down quite a lot. He's going to slow him down. But as we go into the restart zone, we're closing up on it. Lap 70 for this restart. Pace car pulls off. Here we go into the restart zone. He is, and he's gone. So Max gets a good restart. He's going to be clear by at least a car length on Austin. Brandon to Austin's inside. They're getting pretty close up at the front of the field, trying to fight for that second spot. Max going to be clear down the backstretch by quite a bit, but Max a little bit slow down the backstretch. So that's going to leave Brandon to go underneath him. Brandon and Max going to battle for the lead now as you see a little bit deeper in the field. Clay, Charlie, and Jeremy there. They're trying to fight their way. They're on, they pitted on 63. So the yellow before they pitted the lap before everybody front. Oh, Jeremy gets tagged a little bit. He's going to go to the wall. They're going to be wrecking Charlie. That's going to be Clay involved. A lot of cars are going to be involved in this one. Mike is in that one. But that's going to be yellow number 4, I believe. Let's go back and take a look at that one. Going to go watch. So you see at the start of it, Timothy just got on the apron. That is going to move up, and Jeremy gets kind of in the fence. But as we come off the corner, Charlie gets into the curb, and the 8 comes down into him, and that's maybe a racing deal. Charlie kind of aggressive move a little late in the corner, be underneath him. But as you see up in front of him, Max actually gets a little bit loose. But as they all wreck out back, that takes out Clay. But a few cars that made it through. Nick, Zach gets through, Brian gets through, Chris, he gets through, Jeremy ends up making his way through it. Clayton makes his way through, and Chad makes his way through. So let's go on board with Chad, watch what he had to do to go through this wreck. Sees him wrecking, checks up early, has enough time, just trying to find the hole. Just able to, and he gets through it. So good moves through Chad, making his way through the field. Or through that wreck. A lot of guys that started up front ended up being involved in that deal. So he's going to be going to the back on that part. But a lot of cars ended up in that deal. So it's going to be interesting to hear. went in there for a little bit of whisper with race control, and I'm hearing it was on Charlie. Ended up clipping the apron, and that's going to cost Charlie big. A little bit of aggressive move. Ended up getting into the left rear of Chad, and Chad maybe came down a little bit. They gave Chad the blame on that one, but Charlie going to get the UL for this one. Ends up causing it. He's going to pull it down to the infield and stop and let everybody by. So he's going to get the UL for that one. Ends up letting everybody by, and he's going to come down pit road. So maybe going to take his tires. But everybody pitted on that one. Johnny, Mitchell, Timothy, Brian, some of the guys that got caught up in it, but they're kind of all at the back. It's kind of cycled out now. Still the front two pitted on last lap of 50. And that's been 25 laps since then, so that's longest set of tires in this race is between them two. So gonna have to be watching out for that and watch them, but they are at the back so far and right now, and yeah. Who can we interview? Let's interview Mike. Who can we interview? Let's interview Mike. Mike, got Mike up here in the booth. Mike, you got a copy?
Hey, buddy.
And that Tennessee paint scheme. Been kind of an up and down race for you. Been in a few wrecks, but made your way through the field a few times and got in wrecks and then kind of dropped back. You're going to be restarting P9. Tell us a little bit about your race so far and kind of strategy looking forward.
Hold on there, I need to. Well, I had the. I'm having a hard time here. I'm not good with interviews, but anyway, yeah, I've been pretty lucky. Yeah, been rough out there. Starting to get where these guys are running out of tires, and I still got a set of tires left, and so I believe I'm gonna be. If I can stay out of trouble here, stay up front, get another caution maybe one more time, I'll be right up front.
I like it. Got an extra set, maybe one of the only people in the field that has a set left, so definitely going to be a big advantage if you get later, maybe in 5 or 10 laps, get a yellow. So looking forward to seeing how well it works out for you. So good luck the rest of the way.
All right. Thank you, man.
Going to be rolling off P9, the biggest mover of the race, up 14 spots, as you can see in the bottom left. Austin up 13, Max up 11, so there's going to be the two that are leading them to the green, but they got a fast one behind them in Zach and Jeremy. A lot of the cars that have pitted on that last yellow on lap 67 are back up to the front. Kind of got through that wreck, and they're at the front now, so going to have to be watching them. But as we go through this 3 and 4 on this restart, going to be a lap 60 or a 76 lap restart. Going to be Max and Austin on leading them to the green. So here we go. Pace car pulls off once again. Max and Austin in the restart zone they go. Max takes off. Good restart for Max. Nick going to get a really good restart. He's going to help his teammate Zach push him a little bit. Zach, not a great restart, but Nick got a good one, so they're going to help each other just a little bit. They're going to keep it underneath Jeremy. Big fight at the back, though. They're going to see a fall out for the front as we see Austin actually going for the lead. Going to shine a little bit of light on Austin now. Austin going for the lead at Charlotte. He's going to be clear on Max in the center. A little bit loose. Going to pack a little bit of air, but he's going to be clear off the corner. Max is going to push him just a little bit, and Austin's going to lead a lap now. Austin to the point on lap 68. But he's got a hungry dog on his inside, or going to be soon. On them fresher tires, and Zach, he's going to be fighting his way through. Austin going to run that middle lane, going to try to block as much as he can, make sure that he stays out front. He pitted on lap 49, Zach pitted on 67, so same thing with Max. They both pitted on that same lap, 49, so they're trying to fight as much as they can. Looks like that outside lane is working with them. See a little bit of contact between Max and Zach there off of turn 4. Clayton now back up in the mix. Clayton said he was only at the front because of the wrecks. Doesn't look like it. He's got the strategy and he's got the speed tonight. He's up at the front. He's going to push Max down the back straightaway. Clayton really good at bunt drafting, it seems like, or likes to do it. But Austin still in the lead in that butt snorkeler car. That's kind of his team in the butt snorkeler, but able to hold him off so far. Still side by side for second and third, though. See Chad lurking in the shadows. He's just looking. Let's go on board with him. Maybe hear him lifting early. He's probably trying to save as much as he can. Save them tires. Still got 20 to go, so still can be a little bit patient. Don't have to force nothing right now, and can be smart about it. He's just lurking in the shadows. See Clayton a little bit loose. He's got a little bit yawed out through that corner. As we go a little bit later through the field, or a little bit further back in the field, Nick. We don't know where Nick is in that purple scheme, but they're going to be battling down the front stretch. Johnny's sideways. He's going to come back up the track, and they're going to make contact, and they're wrecking. In turn number 1, yellow is out, and we have another yellow. Let's go back and take a look at that. Just as we go to it, this big clump of cars looks like just a big battle kind of going on. Not much else. Colin on the bottom, Mike on the outside. As they get through the corner, Mike a little bit low, I'd say. And him and Johnny make a little bit of contact, and Johnny ends up coming back up the track. Nothing that either one of them could do, just trying to save it, being on the apron. He comes up the track. Brian makes a little bit of contact with Mike, but they able to get through it. But, yeah, a lot of cars at the back making contact, but Austin's still out front. Interesting to see what Austin's strategy is. He said he's got that extra set of tires. Is he going to pit this time? He's got that extra set of tires, but he's also got the lead. So, going to be kind of a hard call for him to see what he does. We'll have to see right here. Looks like he is going to stay out. Zach's going to come to pit road. So is the 4 behind Austin. They're all going to come to pit road. As we see Clay, Mike, Johnny all coming down pit road now. You see in the chat, Johnny ends up getting the penalty for that. He came back up the track, so that's going to be on him, it seems like, from Race Control's eyes. But being a solid race so far, Zach. First into the box, and he still got that extra set of tires, I'm assuming. He has both sides going up on the jack, so they're going to be, well, rolling off pit road. Zach's going to lead it. Max, Jeremy, and Clayton are going to be the first 4 off pit road, so Zach going to brought back and lose a bunch of spots. You know, Austin ended up staying out on that restart, though. Chaz stayed out. And Charlie back up to the front after causing that incident early. Like only 2 yellows ago, and he's up to 3rd. Got Joey in 4th. Brandon in 5th. They're going to be 5th on this restart. Chris back up behind him. Got Christopher Cash, Money Man, Timothy Parker, Mitchell, Colin, and Brian running out the top 15 for what it says on the standings for now. But yeah, Austin still in the lead as we get within, closing up on 15 to go. We're going to be 15 to go when we take the green. Chad pitted on lap 68 last. Austin on lap 49. So 20 lap old tires for this restart. And then Charlie on the newest tires with these front 3, lap 75 he pitted. And Charlie actually has the fastest lap, as you see, is purple in the bottom left with that 3 flat. So decent amount of time quicker than everybody else. Fastest speed of the race is going to be Austin, actually, with a 185 mile an hour top speed. Biggest move of the race is Austin. So Austin making moves. Didn't see him at the end of last year. First time really up at the front in the WTF racing, but he's up at the front in this deal, and cool to see him up front. He's definitely earned it, so cool to see him up there in that butt snorkeler car. Gonna be fun to watch him go through and try to compete this season. believe he's going to try to run as many races as he can, maybe spot for a few guys in his team. But yeah, he's someone sideways. What happened there? What was that? 1 second. Don't know what really happened there. That was just a mistake by Charlie. Messing around and that cost him. So
The leader's going to take the outside
leader's picking the outside, as race control just said.
right now.
Leader takes the outside. So gonna be fun to watch how he rolls off in Austin. He picks the outside on the restart. Seems like outside's been the choice to pick, or where the leader's been picking majority of this race. So gonna see how well he gets a jump on that outside line. Got Chad underneath him and that 2.5K IRated driver underneath him. One of the lesser experienced guy, Austin. He's been in here for a few seasons, but one of the lesser experienced guy. He's definitely improved a lot between the last few times that we've raced with him. And cool to see him up at the front, but he's going to have to do some fighting. Got a lot of fast guys behind him in Chad, Joey, Charlie, Chris, Brandon, all of race leaders at one point of this race is going to be behind him. So half the field's led at some point during this race, and they're going to be battling here for a 15-lap shootout. So pace car going to dip off, as you see there, into the restart zone, about to go. Restart zone, and Austin gets a good jump. Really good jump. Didn't spin tires or nothing. He's going to be clear on Chad, entering turn number 1. Going to be Chad. Going to get clear. Got Charlie on his back bumper. They're going to make contact out back, and they're spinning out back. Zach's involved in it. Clay's involved. Clayton's involved. That's going to be another yellow right there. In that 20 paint scheme, like that paint scheme, just not had the lucky race all race. The 69, not, wow, big checkup on the start from the 69. He ends up just not getting a great restart, and it showed. Not going to get a good restart. You see, here's they go through turn 1. Make the call. He ends up just coming down on Mitchell. They make contact, and that's going to spin him. And as soon as it spun Zach, nowhere to go. He gets involved in it, Clay, nowhere to go. And then Clayton just kind of a bystander of where he restarted, kind of know nothing that he could do. So 4 cars, 2 of them been up front majority of the race. Clay was at one point. So, yeah, that's big for this group. So, yeah, going to be another restart. So Austin still in the lead. As he said, still has that set of tires, but don't think he's going to be able to do it. So let's go ahead and interview him again. If he pits, I won't, but doesn't look like it. Austin, going to interview you again, having a stellar race. Up lead in this deal. I know you said that you had that set of tires, but at the moment, it doesn't look like you're thinking about taking them. Out front, got the track position and everything, so what's kind of the strategy going to be heading into these last 10 laps?
Well, keep hearing about all the melee that keeps coming on behind me, so that's been kind of the deciding factor to stay out and not take those 4 Dr. Feelgoods. I'm stressed. I shouldn't be up here. But there's a lot of people in other Discord chats that will agree with me, but I'm going to just keep on keeping on, loving these cautions. I got plenty of fuel. I think I'm saving enough tire. So yeah, here we go. Let's go. All Seeing Motorsports to the front.
I like it. Hey, you're doing good. Got the oldest tires in the field, and you're doing good staying up front. So big shout out to you. And hell, believe this will be your first WTF racing win.
second if we can, get it done. But this lady has not sung yet. So if I punch this ticket, I'm for sure gonna go get me a lottery ticket at the end of this. And yeah, so shout out to Butt Snorkeler for being on the card tonight. Thanks for everything, all the shirts, everything, all the swagger. Loving it, and let's see if we can park this some B and Victory Lane.
Alrighty, well, also a little update. You're the biggest mover of the race, up 14 spots, and have the highest top speed of the race with 185 miles an hour. So, little 2 bonuses right there, I guess you could say, while leading it. So, hopefully see you here at the end.
Thank you. Hopefully these tires will stay in peace. So thank you very much, and hope to see you guys at the end.
Yeah, good luck on the restarts.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna need it.
Austin, normally a guy you never see up the front, usually kind of mid-pack every race. Never at the back, but never up front. And he's got big improvements, so we're going to get going next time by. And going to be watching this field roll into turn number 1. We're going to take a little bit of a break now and be right back. Alrighty, my apologies. I'm back. So we're going to roll here for the last 10 laps in this race. So going to have to be careful and watch out. Austin on the oldest tires in the field. He's leading them. Been doing good on them restarts. Going to have to be careful, as we saw last night. Easy to spin the tires in this deal, so he's going to have to be careful with it because it will spin them, as we saw last night. So going to be watching him and gonna be ready. So lap 90 restart. Had quite a few yellows at the end of this deal. Austin again picks the outside, and we're coming to the green. Here we go. Pace car gonna pull off once again. Austin pretty far back from the pace car. Maybe a strategy call from him, but as they're coming off of turn number 4. Chad and Austin leading them to the green. Austin the leader, Chad second. In the restart zone they go. Austin with a good jump. Chad with an even better restart. Dead even with them. Heading into turn number 1. Big restart for Chad. Could be really big, and yellow's already out. Don't know what happened there. Oh. Cash didn't have a good restart. They ended up just spinning tires, overcorrecting, going to the wall, and caused the big one out back. Brian in the air, everybody wrecking out back. Yeah, just bad restart on Chris, and he gets involved with it. Go on board, see what Brian saw. So you see, he gets spun on the outside, and then up in the air he goes. Nothing else he can kind of do, and he's just along for the ride. Let's watch RPMs of see on the restart, Clayton. I'm more with Clayton now. Gets a good restart, and not much he can do. 6'9" just kind of gets in it, and they make contact, and they get spun again with Brian coming back up the track, and he gets involved with it. So Gonna be bad restart for him, but I think he'll be all right. He's gonna figure it out, get back up to the field, but definitely on the 69, getting a bad restart. He spun tires and then costing him a bit. But Austin gonna take back the lead from Chad. Chad trying to work him. Charlie in third. Go ahead and do an interview with Charlie now. Charlie?
Yeah.
In the booth with, got you in the booth now. Charlie going to be restarting P3. Had a lot of yellows throughout this deal, at the end of this deal. And definitely going to be an exciting one for the finish. Got the guy in the field that has the oldest tires leading it. Chad pitted on last lap of 67, and you put it on 75. So you have the freshest tires of the front three. What do you think it's gonna need? What do you think's gonna need to have happen to get around these two and win this deal?
Well, first things first, we're not going to do anything if we keep on having wrecks every 5 damn seconds. So there is that. No, I think what has to happen is we have to go green for, for more than, I don't know, 5 seconds. It'd be nice if I can grab 4th gear on this next restart, maybe. Then I gotta proceed to take Chad, push him into the next damn zip code, and hope and pray that he gets tight and washes up into Austin. Or I just turn into Mr. Badass like I always am, Mr. Wonderful, and I just put some moves on this mofo.
All right. Big talk from Charlie. Going to try to get it done. Restarting P3 on his restart. So good luck the rest of the way.
I don't need luck. I got skills.
Alrighty. Charlie, big talk from Charlie. Is he going to be able to get it done? Been an opportunity the last few races this week and past few weeks, or this week mostly. Been able to get chances of winning it and hasn't been able to get it done. So he's going to try to get it done tonight here at Charlotte. But pace car lights are out once again. No, they're not. Still out. So we're going to get ready to go green. Everybody's going to be doubling up, though. Let's see. Can we do one extra interview? Who should we interview? What happened to Nick? I don't think Nick's in it at all. I think Nick had an issue. He's laps down. I wonder if he had an incident if we scroll through. Let's see. Did Nick had penalties clear? Let's see. I don't think Nick connected, so he did lose due to packet loss. Internet connection issue for Nick ends up costing him. Unfortunate for Chris. See a little bit of bump drafting between Clay and Zach right there. I guess a few of the boys are taking advantage of no damage, but unfortunate for Nick. Was running fast all night, had an internet issue, and out with it. So sometimes there's technical difficulties in iRacing. Sometimes there's difficulties in real life with the blow motor or things like that. So I guess you say blow motor for Nick. He's going to be out of it though, many laps down, but they're going to lead him back to the green. Come back to the green on lap 94. They're going to complete this lap. Going to be lap 95, and they're all going to be restarting here. So a lot of the cars up at the field I've already interviewed, so don't think that we're going to be able to interview anybody. I know Mike's had some problems. Colin been in the last few wrecks. He's been making contact with the 69, so he's been involved in it. Brian has been a pinball most of this race. He's been getting caught up in almost everybody's stuff, and he hasn't caused any, so unfortunate night for Brian. Definitely a fast car. Was up front. I believe was leading a few laps earlier in this race and battling for the lead, and yeah, ends up costing him being in all those wrecks. But we're going to get the 1 to go signal, and this field's going to lead him go green once again at Charlotte. See the field. Big restart here. Gonna be everybody cruising down the back stretch. Anticipation for the green starting to pick up. Excitement picking up. With 5 to go. Gonna be a 5 to go restart here, boys. 5-lap shootout here at Charlotte.
4th gear.
As we see the pace car lights are out once again. Here we go. Austin a lot more up on the pace car now. He's going to maybe try to back off a little bit. Yes, he is. Waiting for the pace car to dip, but see the entire field there. Pace car dipping off. Austin still on that outside line. Chad on the bottom. Slow restart for Austin. And they're away. Zach maybe try to anticipate it a little bit. Try to go around the outside. Not going to be able to. Austin with a good restart once again. He's going to be clear on Chad, so it's going to be 4 laps to go. Charlie going to make a big move to the bottom, all the way on the apron. Looks like he's going to be able to get it done. Charlie to second. Going to have to get around Austin now. See what lane Chad tries to go with. Charlie underneath Austin. Through 3 and 4. Gets a little bit tight. Austin's going to try to fight it, though, on the outside. Going to try to fight it. They make contact down the front stretch. Still side by side. At the stripe, Charlie's going to lead it on lap 97. Heading into turn 1, though. Who's going to be aggressive? Charlie looks like he's going to be able to be clear off of turn number 2. Charlie's race to lose at this point. He's going to swerve low, try to stay away from Austin's going to be around the outside. Austin maybe tagged the wall a little bit there. Austin's starting to get tight. He got in dirty air. Now with them old tires, it's costing him. Coming to 98 now. Field probably hoping for a yellow. Chad's going to take P2 at the line. Austin dropping back now. Chris going to make a little bit of, he's going to get tight. They're going to make contact. A little bit of stack up between Brian, Chris, and Austin. Big swerve down the backstretch. A lot of cars. Brandon, the 4 going to get turned, and they're going to wreck big on the backstretch. Oh my God. One car flying in the air. Holy Mike. We're going to have to send an ambulance for Mike. Big wreck for Mike down the backstretch. Nothing that he could do. Let's see what Clayton saw. Mike right in front of him. See that a few cars in front get turned. And Mike up and away he goes. Pink. And he's gone. He is gone. Who's the guy last? This is from Christopher Cash's point of view. Bink! He drove straight underneath him. And then after the wreck, Colin tries to avoid it. They make contact with Johnny.
Wow.
I would like to report Cash ended up going underneath Mike. Holy crap.
I'd like to report cautions breed cautions.
Your Clayton's news report right there, but big wreck down the backstretch. Don't even know really what the cause of it was. Just saw a car flying through the air and it happened. So kind of backed up through turn 1 it looked like. So you see big stack up. 21 tries to stay off the 10. They stack up just a little bit. The 4 tries to go low. Brandon tries to throw a block and it cost him. And he got sideways and it wrecks Joey. And then in the air goes Mike. He touched down. Joey didn't stop rolling until the middle of 3 and 4. Luckily, they both land back on their wheels. But able to finish it. But just a block from Brandon. We'll have to hear from race control what the call is. But you see there, Brandon saw him fake low. Joey went high and he threw the block and just wasn't clear. Ends up getting into it. Then Mitchell, nowhere to go. He gets in the back of him, and that cost him. So have to hear what the call from race control was. Gonna ask race control here. Race control. Race control, got a little bit of a question for you. Who would you say that was on?
The 3.
The 3 throwing a block. Kind of what I saw from up here in the booth.
I don't necessarily know if it was a block. I think he thought he was clear, and he just started coming up. It didn't really look like he was trying to block. Looked like he was just trying to come up the track a bit, and didn't quite make it.
More importantly, any check on Mike? He was in the air for a while. Any check from
Mike is
from the ambulance or something? Let us know if he's all right.
Well, he's driving around, but I think he has some serious head injuries after that.
He might have a head injury, leg injury, neck injury, something. So glad to hear he's all right and still driving, though. But saw him go flying through the air, so. Want to give the call from race control, see what the call was, but they're all going to get back running here. Still single file. A lot of cars involved in that. But Charlie going to be in the lead for this restart. Charlie Mitchell, actually, as you see in the bottom left, got the fastest lap with that 1:72. Recently set it. So he's going to be coming to the field. We're Philly's fastest car at the moment, so he's going to be coming to the field and going to be having to watch everybody. But Chad, only guy that I would say could fight Charlie at the moment. Chris on the same set of tires as Charlie if they took tires on that same lap. But between them two at the moment, I'd say, but Chad going to make it as hard as possible for Charlie to win it. We're going to have a green-white checkered, so. Alrighty, boys, it's going to be a WTF Racing green-white checkered finish. So, that being said, all for the money to play for. Austin, nothing to lose. Still got that set of tires if he needed it. Doubt he's going to pit from here now, but Charlie got the best tires in the field, or one of the best tires in the field, and he's got the lead. So he's going to have to fight, though, with Chad. Chad going to have a restart to where he stays with them and gets a run. As long as he's able to stay side by side with Charlie, staying through turn one, I think he might have a chance. See how aggressive Chad gets. Usually one of the more passive drivers in the field. But you saw the move that Charlie made to get by him. Is he going to ramp up the aggressive and try to get by him? We'll see. But definitely going to be interesting to see. Got my McDonald's order, but we're going to have Charlie and Chad leading them to the green on this green-white checker finish. So we got two more of these if it fails, but we'll see. Charlie and Chad going to lead them to the green now. Charlie, all to lose. Chad, everything to gain. Austin, nothing to lose. It'll be his second win in the league, but as they're creeping up on it now. Slowly creeping into the restart zone they are now. And Charlie, good restart. Going to be clear on Chad. So Chad, not the best of restart. All in all, Charlie with a better restart everywhere. So Charlie, to the point. Heard him in his interview, sounded pretty confident. Said he gonna just have to turn into Superman like he normally does, and he's able to fight him off at the moment. Down the back stretch, trying to stay low so no draft is up on him. Through 3 and 4. Chad goes to the bottom, not gonna try to get a run, just gonna try to outdrive him. Off of turn 4 for the white flag. Charlie gonna get white flag. They're gonna make contact on the front stretch. Jeremy spinning down in the infield. No yellow. Chad gets on the apron just a little bit. That's gonna make him tight. Charlie leading it down the backstretch for the final time. Rapid Restoration 7 truck gonna be leading off of turn number 4. Charlie's going to come off of turn number 4, and he's going to win it at Charlotte. See him celebrating, wiggling the wheel. Charlie going to win it at Charlotte. Chad, he's just trying to drift it or something. They're going to wreck big after the start-finish line. Charlie going to be wrecked after it, and it's on. But Charlie ends up getting it done. Let's go and ask him. Charlie, you ended up getting it done at Charlotte. Got the good restart. Ended up being clear. And you ended up getting it done. Congratulations. What do you got to say?
Cabe, I've told you countless times, I don't need luck. I got the skills to pay the motherfucking bills, mother lover. It all comes down to the fact that my Cuevos are bigger than everyone else's, and I'm willing to make moves that nobody else is. It's nothing personal. It's just business. What can I say? I don't like losing, so I just choose not to.
All right. Very confident interview from Charlie. Ends up getting it done. Who do you got to thank for it?
No. My name is not Charlie. My name is the WTF Racing Truck Champion.
Who do you got to thank for this win?
I got to thank WTF Racing for the beautiful caution fest that we had tonight. It was perfect. I loved every moment of not being able to get to fourth gear. Rapid Restoration of South Florida, and all my sponsors, iRacing.com, uh, KFM Motorsports, and Captain Crunch Racing.
Alrighty, well, congratulations. End up getting it done at Charlotte. I'm going to ask you one more thing. Where's this put your confidence level heading into Daytona and the start of the season, starting Tuesday? What is kind of your expectations, or what do you think?
I expect to be the truck champion.
I know I keep asking you that every time that you finish the top three or ended up winning it, and you ended up getting it done. So congratulations. See you next week.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you get me plenty of victory lane pictures.
Will do. I got it.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You see, Charlie ends up getting it done. I was looking at that, the top speed in that interview. Zach had a top speed, if it shows it, of 274 miles an hour. So, Zach, lightning speed, I guess. He ends up going really quick. So, good run from Zach. Let's see if it'll show it again. Oh, no, wait for it. You see Zach, 279 miles an hour right here. So, okay, that is, Zach, congrats on your top speed. Okay. But, yeah, Charlie ends up getting it done. Chad ends up P2. No, that's not what he wanted to have happen, so let's try to find him, go for an interview. I think he's gone. So, not going to be able to interview him, though. Austin Baker, he's going to be in chat. He wins it out in P3. So, Austin ends up P3 after a lot of yellows, stays out on the old tires, and is able to finish P3. What do you got to say at the end? Comment about what happened at the end there.
Put it this way, I felt like Corey LaJoy at Atlanta this past year, just somebody who should just not be up there. That last restart, that second to the last restart, washed up, coming back to the line, 3 and 4, washed up, and that's how Chad was able to sneak underneath me. But as soon as we got that yellow, I was like, all right, that's fine, cool these tires back down. But just surviving, trying to take care of the equipment. A lot of wrecks happened in front of me tonight. A lot of wrecks. Just luckily was able to avoid them, keep the nose clean. But no, I'm really proud of my run tonight. It's third place, but I'm a super speedway guy, and that's pretty much all I'm really known for. None of this cookie cutter stuff or short tracks. So for me to get a third place run, especially on the new equipment, it's awesome. It's all paying off. Just it's crazy how a new wheelbase and set of pedals can give you a whole load of confidence into approaching this quote unquote simulator in a new way. So new lease. Excited for Daytona next week and ready to ruffle some feathers, man. But yeah, still had a set of Dr. Feelgoods left over and took care of my stuff tonight.
Yeah, maybe I'd pick you to win if it was a 125 lap race with that extra set of tires, but definitely wasn't luck, I'd say. You were definitely up at the front majority of the race. Was up there at the start on the old tires, was able to kind of hold most of the field off on that top line. The only car I've kind of seen do that was holding everybody off on the top line, so cool to see. But congratulations on P3. Excited to see what you could do this season in the league and see where you finish.
Quick shout out to my teammates Austin Albritton. Him and I have been absolutely just grinding. 3 weeks ago my I rating was like 753. My I rating now is 1375. So we've been grinding out on the official stuff, a lot of the street stock stuff. Also, JD Rudster, my other teammate, he's been helping me out with a lot of the super late model stuff. So back to my racecraft. Again, quick shout out to those boys. And yeah, man, buttsnorkeler.com, All Seeing Motorsports. Ready for Daytona next week? Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations once again. Ended up getting it done. Not much more to say. Congratulations. Excited to see what you do next week.
Awesome. Thank you again for having me.
Yes, sir. All sending that cool paint scheme. So that's going to end up doing it. Could do maybe a few more interviews throughout the field. No Nick had his problems. Zach finishes P4. Mitchell P5. Max P6, as we see at the top of the screen. Max P6. Brian 7th, that 50 truck. Good comeback for him. He ends up getting it done and bringing it home. Solid top 10. Clayton, Johnny, and Chris going to round out the top 10. Clay, Timothy, Colin, Joey, Brandon, Mike, Chris, and Jeremy. You saw him spin on the front stretch. So, unfortunate night for Jeremy. Was fast all night. Led a few laps, and that's going to end up doing it. So, all in all, Brian, the biggest mover of the race, up 13 spots. Austin up 12. So, hard charger goes to Brian. So, cool to see him be able to do it. So, all in all, was fun. Fun announcing once again. So, if you guys enjoy it, or if you guys want to send a invite to the league, whatever, comment, and I can get you guys in. Definitely going to be fun. Got payouts and sponsors and everything. Going to do a little bit of payouts and sponsorship, and I think it maybe a die cast for the champion at the end of the season. Little of your truck at the end of the season. So got playoffs and all like that. So if you are late into the series, you still got a chance to win the championship, but gonna have a custom die cast for the champion, I believe. I need to talk to Doug more about that and see, but I believe so. So gonna be it for Charlotte tonight, and Charlie ends up getting it done at Charlotte. Excited to see. Don't know if we're gonna be doing any more racing for the week, but next Tuesday, first race of the season is gonna be underway at Daytona. So if everybody enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.